What a beauty of a day. Welcome to Sam Outside. I'm Sam and, well, I'm outside. Taking another walk. That's what I do. Yeah, and I don't get to do it alone. All right, I got that guy. Yeah. All right. So, walking is one of the healthiest things you can do for yourself. Low impact. All right, you can actually add a little cardio if you want to get in some interval walking. All right, as long as you can still like talk, carry conversation. If that's the kind of speed you want to build up to, you can use terrain. You can try walking backwards. That's the thing. Yeah, totally. A whole video on that. Yeah, go watch that one. Yeah, whole new muscle groups. But walking, so good for your heart. Right, walking in nature, next level. All right, then we really start to stimulate all those other parts of your physiology. All right, all different parts of your body. Right, because there's so much to see, and our bodies are just in tune with the need to be aware that little lateral eye movement, right, to stimulate both hemispheres of the brain. Now, you really want to get some benefit, right? Keep up your pace, get your steps in, but while you're at it, I mean, if part of your walk, part of your routine is to sort of, think about your day, do a little processing, do a little briefing, sort all the events in their appropriate categories. That's not a terrible use of time, right? If you're like me and you walk first thing in the morning, yeah, maybe it helps you plan your day. But again, you're putting all your things in their little boxes. Not a bad way to spend your day, all right? So it's actually known as a walking meditation. It's a thing. But if you really want to get into some connection with nature, connection with yourself, you can turn your everyday walk out in nature, through a local park, right, through a local green space. You're just doing laps around your flower garden. You don't have to cover a lot of ground, but if you can put in some intentional, mindful connections to whatever nature's around you, you can turn it into a forest therapy walk, right? A nature connection moment. Just go through your 5 senses. What do I smell? What do I hear? What do I feel? What's the wind doing? Right? Is there anything I can literally taste that's around me? Man, at this time of year in the forest, yeah, leeks are coming up. We got some spring beauties coming up. Right? There might even be some turkey tail here and there that I can start to harvest. But certainly are enough coniferous trees coming up around the lake. A little taste of cedar, pine, hemlock, spruce, balsam fir. Yeah. Might even be brave enough to taste a bit of that lake. Using your 5 senses. Now, when you go through that mindful act of being present, acknowledging those 5 senses, what your body's experiencing in the moment, in its place, all right? Act of being mindful, being present, you're making a connection. That's one of the core philosophies. The key invitations in a guided forest therapy experience in nature connection. Now, you separate some of those aspects and you spend some time, and you know what? For the rest of my walk, I'm just going to walk toward different shades of green, right? Those visual cues draws my attention, right? Maybe I'm going to walk in such a way that I'm focusing on the sound, focusing on the ground. If I walk a certain way in a certain place, I'm going to hear different leaf litter, different sticks, and I'm going to use sound to guide what pleases my sense of direction. All right, depending on the wind, you smell, right? I wonder what that smells like. I wonder what that smells like. I'm going to gear the rest of my walk to smelling different things. Another aspect is to, actually use the different elements. I'm going to go from sunny patch to sunny patch and see how the sun's heat the radiant heat is changing the smell. How do I feel standing in the shade of those coniferous trees versus standing out in the open sun, right? Getting that sensory experience, using the elements. And find some water. What's it feel like? What's it look like? What's it sound like? Right? Follow birds. Yeah. What are they chatting on about? Looking for one another, looking for food, warning them about the dog and myself. Who are they speaking to? Yeah. So these are things that you can do if you're already out for a walk. Just add some little tweaks. Give it some intentionality, give it some purpose, and you've turned maybe what would be otherwise your time to plan or your time to process, your time to debrief your day, turned it into some connections with nature, with yourself. Right? Get to see the forest in your everyday walk in a whole new way. You start to notice patterns. You start to notice changes in your environment. If you're like me and you walk the same path every day, it's different every day throughout the day, right? Things are happening. Right? Constant state of change and growth and regrowth. Amazing stuff. And then you add your four-legged friend into the mix, and yeah, that's just a world of chaos with every experience. Yeah. So, if you're not already doing it, please go outside. And if you can find the capacity to go outside, move. Go for a walk. And if you can walk outside, try and find some nature to walk in. If you're going to be walking in nature, might as well add some nature connection. A little bit of forest therapy. It's good for you. Doesn't take much. It's amazing what the quality of sleep, how it will be improved. Right? Short-term memory is improved. This will lower your blood pressure. Right? It'll reset your heart rhythms. It is going to make you more creative. Right? Help with your problem solving. But the benefits, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, it's all there. And the studies are out. They're also improving our financial circumstances. 4 to 5 hospital visits in North America related to stress-related ailments. Well, let's figure out how to manage that. Let's figure out how to reduce the impact of stress on our lives. Spending time in nature, spending time on yourself will only help that. So yeah, there's a financial gain to that as well, both as a community, as a society, as individuals. All right, nature has everything it needs to heal. We just got to get back in touch with it, right? Listening to it, smelling it, tasting from time to time. But take baby steps. Go outside. That's where it starts. Thanks for joining me on this part of my walk. Joining us. Appreciate your time. Please go outside. See you soon. Bye.